Trading the foreign exchange market carries high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin, utilizing leverage can carry an even higher level of risk that can lead to a complete loss of investment funds. So before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or using any of our software alert products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk tolerance. There is a possibility that you could potentially sustain significant loss. You should not invest any capital or trade that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. Auvoria Prime does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade.
All right, everybody, welcome to London Session. I'm Nate. I'm going to be your host for the night. A couple housekeeping rules. Number one, we'll always start off, as we always do, with the disclaimer. So, Auvoria Prime, nor myself, we are not financial advisors. We only are here to help educate you. There are no guarantees that you are going to make money with these tools. However, our goal is to educate you on how to utilize the tools effectively so that you may be able to make some money, but there are no guarantees. All right, with that said, and out the way, welcome to London Session, guys. I feel pretty good today. The market's looking a lot better today. Like we may get some setups from the very beginning. And if you have questions, put them in the Q&A box so that I can see those and answer them. If they're in the chat, I'm not always going to see those because the chat is always moving. People are always chatting, saying something. All right. So if you have anything, put it into the Q&A box. Hey, so I'm going to jump into the charts really quickly here as we got prices, market's moving already. So as we can kind of see here, pound pair strategy number 3. Yeah, I've already marked the charts up on that one. We may actually miss out on this. Asia channel here, 40 pips. First candle, depending on where it closes. It's too close to the zone. GBP NZD. Let's go ahead and mark this chart up. So for those who don't know, if you are new and you're needing to set up your money zone, this candle right here is the start of your money zone. All right, so I'm gonna start this off every day so that everybody understands, so nobody gets confused anymore. So what you want to do is you want to take the vertical line and you want to put it on the current candle. This candle was the very first candle of the money zone. As you can see here, my broker says 0800. 0800. So that means that in your settings, you want to have the beginning at 0800. If you have the same as mine, and you want to add 12 hours because the money zone is 12 hours long to make it 2000. All right, that is the money zone. So the candle right now is the beginning of the money zone. All right, this candle is the beginning of the money zone. Please make sure you have that set up correctly. All right, so let's look at the Asia channel on GBP NZD. The Asia channel is too big on GBP NZD, over 60 pips. So we're going to leave that on alone. Let's go market over here. Asia channel on GCAD is very tight. I like GCAD. Very tight, 29 pips. If this bad boy can break above the zone as well, and the zone disappears, we may be in for a nice little ride. Nope. Top of the channel would have been here. And bottom here. So we need that to break through both zones. G Chef. Bottom of zone here. Top of zone here. All right. 27 pips. All right. So we marked all. Oh, we got one more. Oh, look at GJ pushing up. Top of zone there. Bottom of zone here. Let's measure that Asia channel. 30, call it 38 pips. All right. So everything moving up. GU moving up big time. GN's moving up. GCAD is moving up. GOD is moving up. G-Chef moving up. GJ moving up. This is what I talk about, guys, with the correlation pairs, guys. With the correlation, you see they're all trending the right way. All right. Now, here comes the tricky part. And you can see here, G-Chef is getting pretty close to the point where it's going to hit that zone. So we're not going to take this trade if we do get opportunity because there's 20 pips there. GOD, same thing there. It's already at the zone. GCAD, we need to break through the zone. So GCAD could be good. GN is out of the picture because it's over 50 pips. And GU, it's already at the zone. As you guys can clearly see, we're in an uptrend. Zoom out all the way. G pair has been an uptrend all week. So, we can definitely be prepared, to make sure we're looking for buy trades. Man, I hate that they're already so far. Come on, GJ. GJ may be a decent one. G-Chef, like I said, it's going to be already too close to the zone. It's already 11 pips away. So we'll see, guys. We'll see. We will see. We got 4 minutes. Euro pairs, not really doing much of nothing. Euro pairs have been in downtrend for the most part all week. Euro GBP moving down. Only 12 pips from the zone. Euro odd, not doing nothing. Euro NZD, dead. Deader than doorknob. Gold trying to break up. S&P 500 is way up. Shout out to Jackie for being up over 3,500 pips on that move right there. Come on, GCAD, break through that zone. Come on, GJ, get up there. All right. So we'll come back here in about 3 minutes. Take a look at those. Ethereum is in a downtrend. All right. Ethereum's in a downtrend. Bitcoin should be in the same. Yep. And Ripple should be in the same. But it's not. It's an uptrend on Ripple. No bounce. All right, we'll come back here in a few minutes here. All right, so someone's asking about not getting alerts. So there was a message that went out to the group. Guys, got to pay attention to the group. In the group chat, there was a message put out that MT4 has a known issue right now with notifications because their system is the one that has to push notifications through. So what that means is you have to continuously reboot your software. All right, I'll show you guys how to do that here for those that don't know how. But we'll do that in a second. I want to make sure we don't miss any potential trades. GCAD. Let's go look at GCAD. GCAD. GCAD downtrend. You're at 3 red zones versus 2 red. So that is an invalid trade on GCAD. GBP NZD. More green than red. GBP USD. More green than red. GBP AUD. More green than red. GBP CHF. More green than red. GBP JPY. More green than red. All right. Euro GBP, someone asked about a bag entry. I have a zone here, so it wouldn't be a bag entry for me. If you don't have a zone here, then that would have been a bag entry. All right. GJ. Got an arrow. There is no bag entry here, but we got up arrow on GJ, which is a good sign that the overall trend is up. GU, even though it satisfies strategy number 3, you see strategy number 3, 41 pips, but as you can clearly see, we have less than 20 pips in the next zone. It's right there, 6 pips, almost 7 pips. GN is just down there. GCAD is above, and there is no zone. But GCAD is a downtrend. Now, the only reason why I might take this GCAD trade is if I saw that, as you see here, all the other pairs are trending. That's the only time I would go against a trend, is if you understand the correlation, you see everything else is moving up. That would be a good time to actually potentially get into a trade, just because of the fact that pairs are correlating. Got about 13 pips to the next zone with G Chef, and GJ hasn't even broke out of the Asia session yet, Asia channel yet. So my GCAD, I believe my GCAD had, so someone asked if my GCAD had 2 and 2 of the zones. And if we zoom out here, I do have 2 and 2. So I can trade both directions. Oh, that zone disappeared. You're right. So the zone disappeared now. All right. So we can trade in both directions on GCAD. All right. I am potentially looking, before we do so, let's make sure we take a look at the news. For the news, I utilize my FX books. There's an app you can download for your phone, as well as forexfactory.com. All right, so we're gonna take a look at the news, take a look at what's going on. We've got nothing but green photos tonight. We got some red photos for the euro in 6 hours and 30 minutes. So we got a long way to go on that one. So you're talking about tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, 6.5 hours. So we're talking about 7:30, 7:45 in the morning. Other than that, it's gonna be a quiet night. Nothing but green photos. Unless some crazy news comes out tonight. Economic news. From a standpoint of like, something crazy, some bombing happens, something. We probably won't get too much volatility from a news event. But I am potentially looking at taking this GCAD trade. G Chef. GJ is trying to move up there. Euro JPY. Euro GBP. So now we broke through the zone. Yeah, if you didn't have a zone there, that'd be a great bag entry. It's of course outside the money zone, but that is a bag entry for someone that asked me about it. Where is the volatility? We'll keep a watch on that. I believe, though, I think I'm going to get into GCAD. I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, guys. This is me. I'm going to enter in. You guys can if you want to. I'm going to enter into a trade in GCAD. I'm entering into a buy in GCAD for 20 pips. So we're going to go with strategy number 3, Asian breakout. 20 pips. All right, 20 pips. All right, gonna have a stop loss of 40 pips. All right, let's see. Can we get anything else? GN still, I like that. GN's moving up. GU, too close to the zone. G-odd, it's in the zone. I think we're getting strong moves up, which I like. G-chef, it's above, but we are too close to the next zone. 13 pips. And then GJ is not even outside of the Asia channel yet. So we'll wait on that one. Euro JPY, Euro GBP. Euro, all right. We are in that trade, guys. We're in that trade. All right. Stop sharing here. And we'll go to the chat. So someone asked about if ENC brokers are A-book. So again, you're gonna have to either ask the broker themselves, or just know someone that knows that are A-book broker, or if they have it written, somewhere else. And so written is like in their actual. If they have it written somewhere in their fine print when you sign up for sign up to actually trade with that broker. So always make sure to read the fine print. A-book. So for those who don't know what I mean by A-book, there are two types of brokers. There are A-book brokers, B-book broker. So a B-book broker, what they do is they will manipulate the market. They trade against you. They don't just make money off the spreads. All right. They make money, by trading against you. Because they understand that most people are going to lose, their trades, and so there is also how do I explain it? So, for example, what do I mean by that? Let's go look at a chart real quick, and I'll explain what I mean by manipulate the market. GBP NZD, GBP CAD, we're in profit. We are in profit. So. As you guys see here, I have a red line and a white line moving with price right here. Red line, white line. That is the spread. That is the spread. So the spread is, the red line is the ask. So if I push buy, it'll give me an entry at the ask line. If I push sell, it's going to give me an entry at the white line, which is my bid. You always buy at the ask, you sell at the bid. All right. The difference between the two, you see there's a little gap there. The difference between the two is the spread. That's where the broker makes their money. All right. As you see, whenever you close out a trade, you have a commission that's charged. So, the broker is always going to make money on every trade, whether you win or lose the trade. So, and so the way that works is that, with a B-book broker, let's say they get to this, again, for price for this is my take profit line and my stop loss is down here. For price to close out at my take profit line, both the red line and the white line, the ask and the bid must go above the red line up here because we're in a buy. And then vice versa down here for the stop loss. And so what brokers like to do is when it gets to your take profit, they like to open the spread. You'll see the spread get wider apart because remember, both have to cross above the take profit line. And so guess what? If the market has low volatility and it gets to your take profit line and they open the spread, it can happen and then it goes the other way. That is what brokers do, when they manipulate the trade for you. Or if anybody has seen where your price gets over the take profit line or the stop loss line, but it doesn't close automatically. And so the brokers will tell you, oh, there is low liquidity in the market. That's BS. That's just the broker being a B book broker and making money off of you. What an A book broker does is an A book broker only cares about volume. So they want you to trade as much as possible. Therefore, they're going to do a few things that B book brokers don't do to make or entice you to trade more often. And what is that? So that includes number one, their spreads will be lower. So it'll be nice, tighter, all right, tight spreads, which means their commissions are lower. They'll have no fees potentially when it comes to you depositing or withdrawing money. So instead of taking fees out, they'll have no fees. Another thing is, man, that GBP NZD, boy, that's a nice move right there. Somebody said we may get a bag entry trade. That'd be great. But they have low fees. But one thing that I love about A book brokers is they do not manipulate the market. You have the best chance to win, whether you're using an EA or whether you're using a manual trading. All right, their trades, they send all of your trades straight to the banks. Whereas B book brokers, their trades stay on their platform and they can see where your take profit is. They can see where your stop loss is at, and then therefore they can manipulate the market when they feel like it. It's happened to me. I've seen it happen. And so that is how, that's the difference between an A book broker, B book broker. And so again, I can't recommend any specific brokers, on a live session like this. What I can say is, I use A book brokers. If you want to know who I utilize, you can DM me and I will let you know who I use. I'll put let's see here. I'll put my handle. So at Nate Got the Bag is my handle for everything. That's my YouTube channel. That is my Instagram. That is my Telegram. So at Nate Got the Bag, you can DM me and ask me about the broker I use. I have two brokers, one for US customers and one for international customers that are both A book brokers. Low spreads. Don't charge you any fees when you're depositing money or withdrawing money. They don't charge you any fees, as well as they don't manipulate the markets. All right, low spreads. So that is just a long answer there for A book versus B book. All right, so let's go back to the charts. I'll get back to the questions, guys. We got some movement in the market. We want to make sure that we're catching these pips. All right, we're up 4 pips right now on GBP CAD. Market moving kind of slow right now, but we got movement though. About 4 pips up. I like it. GBP odd. GBP odd is moving nicely. GBP chef. Too close to the zone for me. GBP JPY. We got a breakthrough. We may be able to get into that one. We're up 5 pips now. All right. It is now. There we go. We got GBP odd. We have an arrow, a buy arrow on GBP odd, which is good because the market is trending up. We want to see those buy arrows, and that's a bag entry. But we got another zone right here, so this would be a bag entry. But you see here, uptrend, bounce off of the support or the floor arrow, but we're too close to the zone. If the zone wasn't here, we'd be in another trade. All right. GBP NZD, nothing there. GBP USD, moving up nicely. GBP CAD, the trade we're in, we're up 5 pips. Market kind of slow right now. It's all good as long as we're trending in the right direction. G Chef. All right. Come on, computer. You're playing games with me. Not seeing any setups there. Market at all-time highs. Gold rising. S&P just running up. So no real moves there. We'll be not looking at those. We're gonna be looking at this. Keep an eye on this GCAD. Keep an eye on GCAD. Up 6 pips, just steadily moving. Let me stop share here and come back and answer some questions. So someone asked me about correlating. So, all right, let me show you guys correlating. What do I call correlation? Now, correlation is trained eye. You have to have a trained eye to see it. So here's how I look at correlation. All right. As you can see here, all candles, we're moving up. GBP NZD, even though it was low, GBP NZD is trending up. GCAD, that the trade they were actually in is trending up. Right, trending up. GBP AUD, trending up. GBP CHF, trending up. GBP JPY, trending up. So we have all 6 Great Britain pound pairs are trending in the same direction. That is what I call correlation. Now, there's been some nights where you guys have seen it. We have 2 that are trending up and 4 that are trending down, or 3 trending up, 3 trending down, or 2 that just ranging, going sideways, 2 going up, 2 going down. If you have 4 or more, I guess the way I've seen it and the way I like to trade it, if you have 4 or more of the pound pairs trending in the same direction, I typically look at the last 4 to 6 candles. So wherever I'm at, the last previous 4 to 6 candles, if they're moving in the same direction, you typically have a good trend. You have a correlating trend as long as you have 4 or more of those pairs. Now, one thing I will also look at is the zones. So I see here GBP JPY is at a zone. GBP CHF wide open, but there's a zone further up. GBP AUD is got a zone above it, but it's not at a zone. GBP CAD, zone is way up here on GBP CAD. GBP NZD, no zone. It's way further up, all right, way up here. And then GBP USD, there was no zone. It was close, but there is no actual zone. All right, no actual, pretty close to it. So I look at that as well. Like, is price close to a support or resistance zone? If you have most of them sitting at a zone or right at a zone, I typically will leave that alone, because what happens when price gets to the ceiling, it can reverse. When price gets to the floor, it can reverse. All right. So I just like to stay away from those to ensure that I have a higher probability chance of winning. All right. It's all about preserving capital. All right. A great friend of mine, trader friend of mine, his number one rule was, how do I know when not to take a trade? He didn't care about his rules of getting into trades. His rules was, how do I know when to stay out of trades? And as long as he knew that, he knew when to get into trades. And that was so he had the reverse tactic. All right. So we got a little momentum. We're trying to get a little push here on GCAD. It's going back and forth between 6 and 7 pips. Come on, baby, give us a push. All right, let's go answer some more questions. +7, +6. +7. All right, we'll keep an eye on that one. Let's see here. The money zone starts at 12 a.m. Central Standard Time and then goes to 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we'll go back here and look at it. All right, we're up 9 pips. So the money zone started 2 candles ago. 1, 2. 2 candles ago was the start of the money zone. So what you want to do is put your candle, go get the vertical line, put the vertical line 2 candles ago. We're up 10 pips. We're halfway to our goal. Come on, baby. Stay up there. We were halfway to our goal. Well, we were up 10 pips. Let's see here. Boom. As you can see here, 0800. 2 candles ago was the start of the money zone. So put your vertical line there. Look down here to see what time your broker says. That is the start of the money zone. So add 12 hours to that. That gives you the end of the money zone. So I have 0800, which means that 2000 would be the end for me. If this thing says 0300 for your broker, that means the end of the money zone is 1500. All right. That is how you tell what time it is or how you set up your money zone. All right. We'll talk about this every day for those who are confused on converting time zones. So someone asked me why I was not taking the GBP JPY trade. So we'll go to GBP JPY. As you can see here, there is no bag entry, so it didn't bounce to get AIRO, so that's out. Here's the Asia channel. It's not above the Asia channel. Therefore, I'm not taking the trade. So it does not meet any requirements. Does not fulfill any requirements. That's why I'm not taking the trade. All right. GCAD come back down. Come on, baby. We were just up 10 pips. Quit playing with me. Let's go look at it. So when I started to see a nice little retrace, you can see here, GBP USD got just about to the zone. GBP NZD is pushing. GBP CAD, we're in that one. GBP odd, didn't get to the zone yet. G Chef, it didn't get to the zone yet. GJ, it's at the zone. So we'll stick with this one for a minute. Let's go answer some more questions. So again, guys, you guys need to watch my videos. Please go watch the videos. All right. I explain how to do this stop loss take profit. All right. So when I click, I have the one click button up here. All right. So to get that, you right click on the black of the screen. You go to one click trading. That will give you your button. All right. What you do is here in the middle, you put your lot size. All right. And then you hit sell for a sell. You hit buy for a buy. It's really that simple. All right. Now, once you've done that, to move your take profit and stop loss, if I know I'm in a buy, we know we want price to go up. Therefore, my take profit is going to be above me. My stop loss is going to be below me. So what I do is I put my mouse onto the entry line. As you can see, it says drag to modify. I click and hold that line and I drag it up. All right, drag it up. And so when I drag it up, you see here, I got a line here. It tells me, based on my lot size, it says 204 pips. That is 20.4 pips. So I know at 20 points, so 20.4 pips is right there. It's about 20 pips. I let go. I know I got my set at 20 pips. My stop loss for a buy is below me. So I do the same thing. I put my mouse on the entry line till it says drag to modify. I click and hold it with my mouse and I drag it down till it says 400 pips over here, which is 40.0. And I let go and it sets it. That's all I do. That's all I do, guys. GDP NZD did not break out of Asia session. Plus the Asia channel for GDP NZD was more than 50 pips. All right, more than 50 pips. So that's not it's an invalid trade. USD JPY. All right, let's go look at USD JPY. I don't really trade that pair. Definitely wouldn't trade during this time of day because it is definitely a so USD JPY is mainly a New York session pair, but you can also trade it during Asia session. So USD, of course, is traded during US sessions, New York session. JPY is an Asian session pair. So the Japanese yen is an Asia session pair. Let me go activate. Okay, I already got activated. Cool. Close. All right. USD JPY does not have a bag entry, so I don't I'm not really familiar. I mean, I'm not really sure what you're seeing there. Let's go to the lower time frames. 5 minute. Is there something different on the 5 minute? Nothing on the 5 minute either. H1. Nothing there either. So I'm not really sure what you're seeing there, but there is no bag entry on that one. All right. Come on, GCAD. Quit playing games with us. Go on up. Get this TP. So if you want to, I wouldn't advise getting into USD JPY. What if you don't set your TP and stop loss? That's fine. I mean, if you don't want to set it, but you're watching the chart actively, then great. I know when I trade, I set my take profit, but I never set my stop loss when I trade by myself. Only reason I set a stop loss is because you guys are watching me, and I want to be a good example. But I don't personally, that's because I watch my trades. But if you don't set it, you want to make sure that if you just got to remind yourself that if you're going to walk away from a trade, from your phone or your computer, you want to make sure you have that set. And I'll show you where not following, not setting that from the very beginning can hurt you. So Ripple, this zone wasn't here. This zone wasn't here, and there was a zone here, and had a bag entry. I got the second arrow, so I took the sell. It went back a little bit. I quit paying attention to my phone. Was talking to my daughter, feeding her. Then we started playing hide and seek, and then I realized, oh, I'm still in the Ripple trade. So I pulled up my phone, put up my chart, and guess what? Price was way up here. I had no stop loss. I had my take profit set, but I had no stop loss set. I was down. I had two positions, and I think I ended up losing like $300 in the trade. So it happens. But that's what happens if you do not pay attention to the charts. I was paying attention to it. I got distracted, did not set a stop loss, and 20 minutes later, I remembered I was in the trade, and luckily my lot sizes weren't too crazy, so it didn't do too much damage. But $300 loss is still $300 loss. All right. Come on, GCAT. All right, let's stop this here. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Get back on here. Go back to the charts real quick. Back up 3 pips. Come on, let's get that push up. We need that push up. Come on, GCAD. So let's go look. We got a new candle. GU kind of bounced off. So when I start to see stuff like this is what makes me want to potentially get out of trades when I see that. But then, we're still pushing up in GN. All right. GBP AUD is still pushing. GBP Chef, you can see it's still pushing. GBP JPY right at the zone. Got a doji. Doji, these dojis. This right here is a doji. All right. That's a doji. They look like a cross. Dojis are potential indecisive candles. So you never know whether they can go continue with the trend. They can reverse the trend. Typically, if you have a doji at a level of support and resistance, a doji typically can mean reversal of the actual trend. All right. So we'll see here. We'll see what happens. GU still trying to push down a little bit. GN, what is GN doing? GPNZD is trying to push up. GPCAD just playing with us there, or only up 2 pips right now. I feel good because you can see GOD is trying to push up. So you see it's still trying to push up. G Chef sitting there, but I don't know. It's trying to come down now. GBP, JPY, Doji at the level of support at that resistance level. Now, even though there's no zone here, this is a level of resistance. Like we talked about yesterday, look left. But I'll naturally tell you, Asia session channel, the top or the bottom, high of day, low of day, those are natural levels of support and resistance, regardless, all right? Natural levels of support and resistance. You don't believe me? Look, yesterday's. Here's the high, there's a zone. Here's the low, there's a zone. Those are natural levels of support and resistance. And then again, if you hit to a level and you're wondering why prices stopped or stalled, you can always look left. Look where we're at, price is here. You look left, you can see how many times price came to this area and stopped and reversed, stopped, reversed, stopped, reversed. You can see it happening over and over and over again. Came down to it, stalled, went back up, broke it, came back up to it. So it respects this level right here. Respects this level. All right, respects that level. Look at that. Came down, stopped right at it. I can't make this up. I mean, you guys saw me draw the line. I didn't look left. Look at that. Hit that level, went away from it. Hit that level, went away from it. Hit that level, went away from it. Price loves to repeat itself. Look at that. Came down, whoop, wicked, right back up. So price loved to repeat itself. And so you can, if anytime you find that price is stalling, just look left. You'll learn a lot by looking left. All right. Market is slow right now. Market is slow. I'm tempted to get out. I don't know what you guys think. What you guys think? You guys tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. I am tempted to get out. So we're going to stop share and go look at patience. I was waiting for somebody to say that. All right, wait for somebody to say that. Commissions vary. So commissions are going to vary depending on what lot size you use. Commissions are also going to vary. Commissions are also going to vary by what lot size and what broker you use. So it all depends on your broker. W formation on GBP NZD. Let's go look at it. Let's go look at the W formation. We're still up 1 pip. GBP NZD. Boom. So we got a little W down here. I mean, for me, strategy number 7. Strategy 7, M's, W's, and M's, W's, and wedges. You can clearly see here that, you zoom out, we're in an uptrend, all right? You're in an uptrend. So you had a W, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You had a W into the, and it's a leaning W. All right, you see how it's leaning up? Not that much, but it's leaning up. There we go. So this low is lower than this low. Therefore, it's a leaning W. So it's leaning towards a buy. All right. And so what you're waiting to do is you're waiting for the break of the neckline at the body. So the body, the neckline is right here. The break happened right here, which means we would have entered the trade at the beginning of this candle. And let's just see how many pips we got. 32 pips. You got your 20. That's how the M's and W's work. Beautiful W right there. Textbook. Broke the neckline, closed above it, enter in next trade. Look at that. Maybe 1 pip drawdown, maybe. 30 plus pips. It's a beautiful W right there. Again, the reason we took this W is because the trend is up. So in the uptrend, you want to take W's that are leaning to the upside. All right. And in a downtrend, you want to take M's that are leaning to the downside. Wait for a price to break the neckline, enter into the trade, 20 pips, knock it out. That was a winner right there. That was a winner. It's a good call out. Good look, good call out. Now, next time, take that trade so we can see the profits on them W's. All right. So there was no notification on GCAD. We took a trade using strategy number 3. So there is no notifications on for GCAD. Fib on the 1 hour for GBP NZD. Interesting request. Go look at it. Fib on the 1 hour. We're back up 5 pips in GCAD. Whoever said have patience, have patience. All right. So GBP NZD up 6 pips again. We're going to go to the 1 hour. There is no setup right now. There is no setup. Oh, wait, let's see here. So we have, all right. We've got all grains. So we're looking for a buy. All right. So from a fib standpoint, what you want to do is take the fibs, put it there. Oh, come on, fibs. Come on, computer. Come play with me tonight. Oh, what did I do? All right, so this isn't quite a hammer. Need that to be a smaller body. And this is somewhat of a doji, but it's underneath the moving, underneath the 61.8. I'm sorry, I need to change my settings. Right. But anyway, it went to the 78.6, which should be the 79. I rebooted my computer, so everything changed. Let me go in here and change my fib settings. But anyway, this would be the 79 down here. And because it's the 79, I'm only looking for rejections at these three levels here: 38, 50, 62. All right. So I wouldn't be looking to take any of those trades right now, just because it went down to the 78 point or 79. Let me change my settings. Up 9 pips on that GCAD trade. Holding slow and steady. Come on, Fibs. Up 10 pips. So if you're watching me, I'm changing the fib settings to the custom settings. I reset my VPS. I did a hard reset, so it kicked me out of everything. So if you ever reboot or have to shut down your VPS, your actual MT4, your custom settings for your fibs will go away. So you'll have to re-put those in. They don't, they save. Like if you have it open and you put them in, they save. But if you ever close your MT4 and have to reopen it again, then they don't save, after that. So you got to put them back in. All right. Keep that in mind. 62. Up 13 pips, 12 pips. Up 14 pips. We're moving nicely, 15 pips. We 5 pips away from our take profit on GCAD. 16 pips. Go look at that real quick. We getting ready to hit that take profit. We getting ready to hit the take profit. So at 15 pips, this is when I would be looking to do what? This is when I be looking to move my stop loss to at least 1 pip in profit. All right. So I'm going to move my stop loss to at least 1 pip in profit. All right, that's about 2 pips. But this is now a free trade. I am now guaranteed to win this trade. 17 pips. 17 pips. It's now a free trade at this point now. I would not lose this trade. So when I get to about 15 pips, I like to put my stop loss either at break even or 1 pip in profit. For me, I put it at 1 pip into profit. That way I secure profit. So if price comes all the way back down, I at least secure 1 pip. It's a free trade now. It's a free trade. That way I don't lose money on this trade. All right. We were almost at TP. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. So as you can see here, there was no true on the retracement here on the fib, there was no true bounce. You never had a rejection at any of the fib levels that we look at. And so that is why I wouldn't be in this trade. It went all the way down to 79 before it started turning around. And yeah, I wouldn't be looking to get into that trade right now. I wouldn't have took that trade. Go back to GCAT. We'll come back to the fibs here in a second. Want to make sure we get this TP. Let's go take a look at this TP. Man, the VPS started making me mad today. I just reset it. Come on, quit playing with us. I don't like patience. I hate having patience, guys. That's why I created a system. And that's why my strategy, even though there's strategies to catch 50, 100 pips, I always use the basic strategy to catch 20 because I don't have patience. We entered this trade in about an hour ago. I just don't have patience. So if you don't have patience, you might want to stick to scalping. Scalping, you're looking for 10, 20 pip moves. If you do have a little patience, but not too much, like you're not trying to be in a trade all day or 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, a week, a month. If you just don't feel comfortable going to sleep with trades open, then you may want to look to intraday trade. And intraday trade means you're looking for bigger moves. So your strategy is for bigger moves, but you typically stay within the same day. So from this line to this line is a 24-hour time frame. So you're looking to stay, that's what's called intraday. So the same day. And then, of course, there's swing trading. Swing trading, you could be in a trade for 3 days, a week, 3 weeks, 3 months. So you can be traded for a while, depending on how the trade setup goes and your overall target goal. We got an Ethereum buy signal. We're not worried about that. All right, guys. After this trade hits TP, I'm gonna have to start the VPS. I have no. Yep, there it goes. All right, so somebody keep an eye on that. I'm gonna reset my VPS while we. I apologize, guys. I don't know what happened with the VPS today. I reset it before we get on. I reset it every day before we get on the call. Every day I reset it before we get on the call just to make sure this doesn't happen. All right, just to make sure this doesn't happen. But we are on our way. We're on our way. It's almost there. Almost at the TP line. We had a little. All right. GJ. Let me go look at GJ. I'm on my phone, guys, while my thing reboots here. See what GJ did. All right. USD CAD, huh? All right, good job. Good job on the USD CAD. Open up the VPS here. All right, back to sharing the screen. And boom, we're back live. Up 12 pips right now on the GCAD trade. We already have, I've got about 2 pips secured. So this is a free trade for me. We've been as high as 17 pips. But have patience at this point. GU trying to turn around. Go down to the 15 here. It's trying to turn around, guys. GR hit the ceiling. So this is where I'm probably just, again, this is me. I'm closing my trade at 10 pips, 11 pips. And I'll explain why. So I'm out. So I'll explain why I'm out. All right. So we have a 1, 2, 3 rejections at this level of resistance right here with GBP, JPY. That's one confirmation. G Chef. Again, these zones are not perfect, but it got close and it's wicking right below the zone. If there's for me, as long as it's within 5 pips, that's the true rejection for me. It's less than 2 pips. All right. So that's 2. GR hit the zone. That's 3. GBP USD hit the zone. All the way here and almost there. So that's 4 that have rejections at levels of resistance. That is why I closed the trade out early. I caught 11 pips on that trade. That is why. Now, could I be wrong? Sure. I might have held on and it took off. But secure the bag. Number 1 rule to trading, you can never go broke taking pips, taking profit. Never go broke taking profit. All right. You can never go broke taking profit. All right. So that's why I got out of the trade. That's, again, all about the correlation. I'm seeing 4 out of the 6 pairs. And actually, if you go look at GBP NZD, where let's go look at this resistance line. Let's go put a line right here. You see here, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. 3 levels of rejection here. Look at that. Wick rejected that level there. Let's go back and look at it. Let's go see where else. Played around there. Look at that. Rejection there. Look at that. Once, twice, rejection there. Look at this wick. Wick came down, reject that area again there. This line, look at that. Rejection there, bounce off. I didn't know this was going to be like this, guys. This is just how Forex is. Look at that. Wick, down. All right, look at that. Wick, rejected. Wick, rejected. So there are what's called levels of resistance, even inside. These are major structures. So when you see these zones, this is what I call major levels of support and resistance. But then inside the majors, you have what's called minor. So 5 out of the 6, and even GCAD, if we probably put something right there, we probably could go look left and find it. But that's why I got out of trade. It's back up. It's heading back up, and they may actually go 20 pips. So if you stay in the trade, good for you. I got out the trade. I secured my 11 pips. That's just what I do. I secure my bag. I move on. Move on to another trade. Hopefully that makes sense. That's giving you guys like an insight to what I call correlation. So all 6 pairs, well, 5 out of the 6, and I'm pretty sure the same thing for GCAD, but 5 out of 6 are at levels of minor resistance. All right. And we may be right, but this trade may come all the way back down and then head back up. We just don't know. And so the goal is to trade what's in front of you. All right. Now, if you're just going to go for 20 pips every time, go for 20 pips. We secured the trade. I could have stayed in the trade because I secured my trade. It was a free trade. But I'm going to go ahead and secure the bag because I see confirmation that price is looking to reverse. So why give up those 11 pips for 2 when I can just go ahead and secure the bag at 11? You know what I'm saying? All right. That's just me, guys. That's just me. So you can never go broke taking profit. You're not going to always hit a home run. Let's go answer some questions. 16 pips and ran. People dipping. Good job, good job. All right. Let's see here. If you pipped and dipped, or you secured the bag on that one, hey, go ahead and shout it out. Let us know. Did you pip and dip? Did you secure the bag on that trade, or are you still holding? I got out. I got my 11 pips. All right. I got out. I got mine. All right. Hey, pip and dip, got a lot of money on here. All right, great. Everybody got some money. All right, 12 pips. Someone got 19 pips. Hey, nice, nice. 7, 16, in and out, pip and dip. All right, good deal. So, hey, you made money, All right, now let's try to make some more money. But the whole goal is not just making money. The whole goal, the goal is to what? To truly understand why we did what we did. Making the money is the end result. But when you understand why you did what you did, and not just why we got out of that trade, but also why did we take the trade? All right. So we took that trade because of what? Of the Asia session breakout. So Asia session breakout rules are you want to look from the new day, which is the under properties. Make sure you have. So if you go to right click on the black of the screen, come down to properties, and you go to common, not colors. Go to common. Make sure your period separator is on. If your period separator is on, you'll have that dotted line right there. That dotted line. All right. So from the dotted line, the period separator, to the start of the money zone. All right. Those two right there, that is your Asia channel. So what you want to do is mark the high and the low at the body. So we mark the high here at the body, and we mark the low here at the body of the Asia channel. Next, you want to then do what? And again, you see here, we made a natural box. Vertical line, horizontal, horizontal. You made a box. Now you want to measure from top to bottom of this box. Make sure it's less than 50 pips. The box here was 29 pips. All right. So now what you want to do is you want to wait for what? You want to wait for the very first candle to close above the box in the direction of the trend. Well, we already know we're in an uptrend. You zoom out there. We know we have more. We have, here we actually have 2 green, 2 red. So the rule is with that. The rule is with that is as long as we have more than 50 pips between the 2 inner boxes or 2 inner zones, which we have 158 pips. So we got more than 50. We can trade in both directions. So we're going to trade in the up direction. Plus, the majority of the GBP pairs are trending up. All right. So first candle was this one here. It closed above. Next candle, we got in for the buy. 1, 2, 3. Less than an hour later, you caught anywhere from 10 to 19 pips. All right. Not a bad trade. Made money. Some may have stayed in this trade. We'll see what happens. I believe it's going to continue. It's just going to head back down. But we'll see. I believe it's going to head down. All right. I expect it to come back down into the Asia channel based on what I'm seeing. But again, I could be wrong. But just based on what I'm seeing. All right. And the beautiful thing about, again, the 10 pairs, for those who don't, know the pairs I recommend, are these 10 here. The first 10 on the chart. GBP USD, which is the Great Britain Pound US dollar. GBP NZD, which is the Great Britain Pound New Zealand dollar. GBP CAD, which is the Great Britain Pound Canadian dollar, which we just made money on. GBP AUD, which is the Great Britain Pound Australian dollar. GBP CHF, that's the Great Britain Pound Swiss franc. GBP JPY, the Great Britain Pound Japanese yen. EUR JPY, which is the Euro Japanese yen. EUR GBP, which is the Euro Great Britain Pound. EUR AUD, which is the Euro Aussie dollar, Australian dollar. And then EUR NZD, which is the Euro New Zealand dollar. Those are the 10 that I recommend. I recommend those 10 because they have high ADRs. High ADRs mean that they ADR stands for average daily range, or it's also known as ATR, which is average true range. And what that does is it tells you the average range or the average amount of pips that a foreign exchange pair, a currency pair, moves per day. All right. And the higher they are, the more volatile they are, which means the better opportunity you have of making or catching pips in a certain direction. So these pairs are volatile and they trend in heavily in one direction. All right, which gives you a great opportunity to do what? To make money, catch those pips. All right. Let's go answer some questions. Yep, never go broke taking profit. That is correct. I saw confirmation with the other GBP pairs, the other Great Britain pound pairs, hitting all a level resistance. So I dipped early so that I can secure more profits. All right, secure more profits. I could have let it come all the way back down to hit my my stop loss, which was in profit. So my trade was free at that point. I didn't really care, but I'd rather secure more pips than give them back. That's just me. That's just me. So for those who went to hold, hey, you know, hold. There's probably some people still holding. It's always somebody still holding. You know, this is just the way that I trade. There, Q&A is blown up. Let me go try to answer questions here. All right. So someone's asking about resetting your VPS. All right. Great question. Let me pull up back office real quick and we'll get that started. All right, let me share my screen. So speaking of that, let me share something. There's 220 of you guys on the call right now. If you have not rebooted your VPS the way I'm getting ready to show you, your VPS may be running slow because you did not reboot. Everyone was directed to reboot as of Saturday so that you could take advantage of what? Take advantage of the upgrade. So the company paid additional money to upgrade the actual RAM, so the processing power, the memory there, of everyone's VPS. But to make sure that they didn't, to make sure the user experience was a good one for you guys, they didn't force the reboot on you. If because that could have affected those who are using EAs, or if you're in a trade, it could have affected you. So what they did is they set it up to where you have to, within a safe time frame, reboot your own VPS to take advantage of the RAM upgrade so that you can then do what? Have better processing power, which will allow you to have a better user experience. A lot of people that have upgraded, or I'm sorry, that have rebooted their VPS are seeing they're getting their signals and they're not seeing the slowdown or the lag in the VPS. So I'm going to share with you here how to reboot your VPS in the back office to take advantage of what? Of the reboot. I mean, the RAM upgrade. So when you log in, you want to make sure you come over here to Marketplace and switch tools. That's where I'm at. I logged in, I hit Marketplace, drop down here, I hit Switch Tools, brings me to this page here. I want to go to Launch VPS. I click on Launch VPS, come down here, under my VPS accounts, I want to go to my access pass that's running. I want to open that up. I don't care about that box right now. I close it. And then when I see this here, I see reboot your VPS. I want to hit that button. I've already done mine, so I'm not going to hit it again, but I want to reboot my VPS. It's going to ask you, are you sure? You hit OK. Whatever, I did it again. So we just reboot. I'll reboot my AP VPS. That's it. Then you want to go back to your VPS, give it a few minutes, go back to your VPS. Once you're in your VPS, you do what? Relaunch everything, set everything back up, and you should have a better user experience going forward. Yeah, it probably did mess with FIB settings. Actually, it didn't. I have two VPSs. I have a personal VPS, and then I have my Auvoria Prime VPS. So it messed up the first time because I rebooted it on my last VPS, my personal one. So, but that's how you reset the VPS, guys. I placed the trade, but my stop loss and TP disappeared after. How do I bring it back in order to change my stop loss? Same way. If your take profit and stop loss is missing, put your mouse on the entry line, drag it up or drag it down, depending on your trade for your stop loss and your take profit. Someone asked if this for cell phone. So let me show you guys something real quick. So I actually have my VPS on my cell phone. All right. So literally, again, it's gonna kick me out of my computer. That's fine. If I click on this here, it's gonna take me to my VPS. There's GCAD. What's GCAD doing right now? Sitting around that same point where we got out at. But here's my VPS on my phone. It's an iPhone. So I just downloaded the remote desktop version, the remote desktop on my computer, and I did what? And then I just logged into the VPS with the credentials that I get from Auvoria Prime, and then I can do what? I can now use my VPS. On my actual computer, and it's pretty clear. I can. What I do is I typically just use it to see if there's a bag entry, and I hit buy or sell, and then after that, all I do is I go to my MT4 app, and I actually make my changes there for my take profit and stop loss. So yes, you can use it on your cell phone, tablet as well. Android, yes, it works on Android and iPhone. Just download the Microsoft Remote Desktop app, all right, and then just log in for there. It's a free app, and you're already paying for the VPS with your membership, so you're already paying for that, so you're good. First step in reboot. All right, let me give you a step. So to reboot, you want to log in to Auvoria Prime AP's back office. Select AP Marketplace. Select Switch Tools. Select your VPS. Select Reboot VPS. That's it. No, I'm not screen sharing at the moment. I'm answering questions from the Q&A. So if you guys ever see me get a little quiet, I'm answering questions from the Q&A to make sure that everyone gets their questions answered. All right. Someone was telling me that they've got a great strategy for binary. So I had to answer that one. That way we could potentially look to a partner together and get the binary going. The cool thing about binary, guys, for those who are interested in binary, binary will be something we can trade outside the money zone. So it's actually going to be the 3 hours prior to the money zone starts is when we'll be looking to actually trade binary. That's what I've been told is the best time to trade binary. Someone wants me to look at the US 30 and NAS 100 on the 1 minute, 5 minute chart. There are a lot of pips on those. Yeah, US 30 NAS. Well, we can look at them. And then AUD USD. Again, guys, you want to look at pairs that move during the sessions that they move. That for best opportunity. All right. So we can pull them up. US 30, 5 minute. Right now, you're not doing anything. It's just in the zone. Actually, you had a bank induction move here. That's a beautiful bank induction on the 5 minute. So on US 30, you'd have been up as much as 25 pips, nothing crazy. So nothing going on in US 30. Why? Because it's not the right time to trade it. Just because you like trading it doesn't mean you need to trade it all the time. Because then you find yourself losing and you're wondering why you're losing. And then you're wondering why you win sometimes. Well, most likely it depends on what time you're trading it. Will you get some moves this late at night? Sure, you can always get some moves this late at night. But to be consistent, that's the goal. How do you become consistent? Consistency is following rules. Nothing going on with NAS right now. It's in an uptrend. We all know all the indices are trending up, have been trending up for a while. But no entry. So nothing going on right now. Nothing going on. Someone asked about AUD USD. Let's go look at that one. Let's go look at GCAD real quick. What's GCAD doing? GCAD trying to bust a move. Oh. Let me look at my TP. What was my TP on the GCAD? We might have got our 20 pips. TP was 73042. We still got a little ways to go. Got about another 4 pips to go. So back up by 16 pips. So whoever was holding, hey, good for you guys. Whoever was holding, good for you guys. Either way, those who didn't, we made our money. It's trying to move up there. Somebody told me to have patience. Told you I don't have patience. Watch it hit TP. I'm gonna be mad. And again, I'm gonna be mad because we didn't get the full 20. But I'll tell you one thing, guys. You can't go broke taking profit. You can't be mad taking profit. Profit. It's better than a loss. So AUD USD. Let's go look at that. Somebody wants me to look at the AUD USD. GBP NZD. We got to buy. Finally buy on GBP NZD. That's a bag entry move. I'm entering in on the trade for GBP NZD. GU is trying to move down. GN is that wild card. There go GR. I'm entering the trade on GBP NZD. Entering this buy here on this bag entry here. Nice little bag entry there. As you guys know, the trend is up. All right, trend is up. Asia channel is here. All right, so AUD USD, let's go look at that bad boy. AUD USD. AIRO. Let's look at the trend for 4 and 4, which means we need to count the pips in between the two middle zones. There's only 35. I wouldn't be taking this trade. There's an M formation. So if you want to take this for information, yeah, you might be okay. It's not really slanted. No, it's more lateral. Slightly slanted. Yeah, it might work. I mean, it's panning out. and you've been in this trade right here. It broke the, I'm sorry, it broke it here. So you've been in on this candle here, which means you'd be in right now and you'd be up about 11 pips or so. So we took this trade. I hope we took it because of the M formation. Outside of that, I don't have a bag entry. So I don't have a bag entry on that one. All right. So I wouldn't be trading this pair right now. That's just me. We were in profit with GBP and ZD. Just kind of waiting. So got a bag entry though. I like that. GBP and ZD for the bag entry. Euro AUD. Euro GBP. Euro NZD. Euro JPY. All right. We'll look at that one here. Let me go answer some more questions for you guys. So again, GBP. The GBP CAD trade we got into there was no alert. All right. And if you don't get alerts, you need to make sure you reboot your VPS, like we just talked about. Someone said GBP AUD bag. I don't remember receiving a notification for GBP AUD. We're up 3 pips right now on GBP NZD, GBP AUD. Did we get a bag entry for GBP AUD? Let's go look at it. Oops. Oh, we did get a bag entry. Why did anybody call that one out? What happened? How we missed that one? Oh, there was a zone there. That's right. There was a zone there. It broke through the zone. That's why we didn't take that trade. It broke through the zone. So there was a zone on GBP AUD. So we didn't take that trade. And you're not gonna take every trade, guys. You're not gonna take them all. That's just what's gonna happen sometimes. We're up 4 pips on that GBP NZD bag entry, moving up nicely. Market's moving kind of slow. GCAD hit TP, so if you stayed in GBP CAD, you hit your 20 pips. Hopefully we get a Asia session breakout with GBP JPY because everything is trending back up. We could be getting into another trade with GBP JPY. So somebody keep an eye on that one for me while I answer these questions. We should be seeing something here in about 10 minutes. If this can break above and everything else is trending up, we may get into another trade with GBP JPY for the Asia session breakout. All right. So. When I take out the second arrow. So I'll tell you this, guys. I'm going to be tweaking the strategy slightly. I'm going to be leaning more towards ADR. I've seen people that take the second arrow and they don't quite get the full 20 pips. For me, the second arrow, I typically look to get 10 pips on a second consecutive arrow. If I get it, unless there's a lot of momentum in the market. So unless there's a lot of momentum in the market, I'm really looking just to get 10 pips. Hey, GBP CAD went back. GBP NZD dropped on us. What you doing over here? All right, so someone asked me and said that was 330 pips on US 30, not 30. And so I want to explain how the pips are actually counted. And you see people on the charts all the time showing the screenshots. They caught 330 pips, 500 pips. When you multiply your money, it's not $330. If you use a 0.1, it'll be $33. All right, so it depends on your broker as well. The brokers I use, 330 is actually 33, not 330. Some brokers are different depending on how they are set up. All right. So that's just based on the broker I use. Your broker may be different. That's just the one that I use. All right. GCAD just went above 21 pips. Great catch. Great catch. GJ, we still got 7 minutes. We got to wait for that candle to close. GBP NZD is back in profit. How much money does 1 pip represent? Make sure to come on my class Sunday night. I'll talk about that. A pip represents, there is no real answer for that because it depends on what lot size you're using. Lot size plus pips equals the money. Guys, GBP JPY, we're not going to buy just because it's above the zone. You need it to close. It can go above the zone as much as it wants to, but if it doesn't close above that zone, then you're just stuck in a trade for no reason. You want to make sure it closes above first. We got a strong buy. Great. So we want to stay there. If we hit a buy now, and then in the next 7 minutes, it comes way back down here, then what? So you want to make sure again, if your strategy is to buy while it's moving, go ahead. My strategy is always to wait until the candle closes. That's the strategy. Wait for the candle to close above Asia session. All right, we're in an uptrend. Asia session is the Asia channel, I'm sorry, is 38 pips. So we're less than 50 pips. We may potentially get into this buy. We'll see here. Everything's moving up nicely. Hopefully we can get GU to start going through this zone. I'll feel better about everything right now. If so, GBP NZD, we need that bad boy to get above this Asia breakout, Asia session channel, so we can actually have some potential to get to this 20 pip take profit level. GCAD, those who held hit take profit. GI still moving up nicely. You see G Chef now started to come back up. GBP JPY up strong. We just wait for it to close above. We got 6 more minutes, guys. 6 more minutes. Would I trade gold at SPX right now on the 15-minute chart using fibs? I don't know. That all depends on the setup. Let's go look at them real quick. It all depends on the setup. You might trade in the middle of the night. You may trade, you may not. So let's see here. Gold on a 15-minute. All right. So we're in an uptrend right now. All right. We're in an uptrend. And got a fib here. Go from the bottom to the top. That's a good setup. That's a good setup. So with gold, get up there. Close enough. I'm waiting for a rejection now. It's a good setup there. So waiting on rejection, we'll see what happens. SPX. What happened? SPX, we don't have any retrace. There's no retrace. We're waiting for price to come back below. It needs to come back below the moving average. We don't have a retrace, so I'm not looking to draw that out. But gold, it's a good setup. Got the retrace. This candle closed below the moving average. This one is below it. So now we're just gonna wait for a setup. So I'll leave that on there and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. GBP NZD, hitting that level and retracing. It's a level of resistance. You can see level of resistance. GBP USD coming down a little bit. GCAS coming back down. GI coming back down. Everything's coming back down. That's fine. Let's go answer some more questions. GJ on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, we're too late for GJ on the 5-minute. But there's a bag there and there as well. But we're too late. Got to get it when it happens. XAGUSD, I believe that's silver. So I wouldn't be trading that. That's a New York session pair. Precious metals, energies, these are all traded during the time the market is open, the stock market is open. So even if they're a non-New York session pair, and let's say they're a like certain indices for the UK, you want to trade those during the time the money is in the market for those. All right. So I wouldn't trade it during this time. Someone said bank induction on gold. I think we went over that one. No bank induction. I don't see a bank induction. Let's go to the 5-minute. Nope, I don't see a bank induction at all. No bank induction. So yeah, on the 5-minute, if you're trading on the 5-minute, 10 to 20 pips. If you're trading on the 15-minute, 20 pips. If you're trading on the hour chart, 50 pips. If you're trading on the H4, the 4-hour chart, 100 pips. All right. 10, 20, 50, 100. Yes, I would take bag entry trades on the 5-minute. All right. So we got new candles. Go take a look at GJ. GJ. Come on, BPS. Let's go. Close above. All right. Come down slightly. Let's go look at everything else. Let's see how we're trending. All right. How are we looking with our ADRs? Our ADRs looking good. GU has moved 55 pips. We actually might be all right. GBP NZD, for those who want to know which currency pair has the highest ADR, it is GBP NZD. It's typically between 120 and 140 pips on average a day. It's moved about 56 today, not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm entering into a trade with GBP JPY for the Asia breakout. Uh-oh, my baby account won't let me do it. I'm over leveraging. I'm being a bad example, guys. I apologize. I want to show the world you don't need to have huge accounts to grow them. We have an AIRO user that was able to flip a $200 account to $4,000 in a matter of 6 trading days. So I was like, well, you know what? Let me go do the same thing. Cool. All right, so for those who don't know, we are currently in a buy for GBP NZD. We're down about 10 pips, so we're currently in a buy for GBP JPY. The GBP JPY trade, we are up 1 pip right now. We are taking this buy because of the breakout of Asia session, all right? And the GBP NZD trade, we took because of the bag entry trade in the direction of the trend, which is up. And we took it because it's also inside of the money zone. All right, so we're in those 2 trades. We already TP'd on 1 trade today, so we're 1-0 for the moment, and we currently have 2 trades running. All right, let me go answer some questions. Best time to trade US 30 and indices. So US 30, S&P 500, NAS 100. The best time to trade those is during the New York session. So during the, I would say from 7 a.m. Central Standard Time to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right. The other indices, you need to figure out what time of day that their country's stock exchange are open. That's the best time to trade those. All right. Indices are just the overall stock market for a country. Three factors you seem to really care about are ADR, correlation, and support and resistance. Are there any other factors that stand out to you that inform your trading decisions a lot? Other than those 3, not really. Those are probably the 3 most important that I look at. Someone keeps asking to look at EUR AUD. All right. EUR AUD. Let's pull it up. We have a bag entry on EUR AUD, but we are in a downtrend. All right. The only time we would take this trade is if it was a bag entry in the opposite direction of the trend during the time frame of the start of New York session, which is a counter trend strategy, but it's not. So we're not looking to take that trade. Plus the entry, I'm pretty sure, and I'll measure it here real quick. I am pretty sure it is less than 20 pips away from the next zone. About 16 pips away from the next zone. So just because it's a bag entry doesn't mean we take those bag entries, guys. Remember, strategy number one, it has to be with the trend. So if the trend is a downtrend, we're not looking to take counter trend trades unless you know what you're doing. Strategy number 5 explains what a counter trend trade is. All right. All right, guys. I'm not. All right, guys. Looking, I got one last request to look at SPX 500 on the 5-minute time frame. Not going to take any trades. The market is high. It's been running up. There's no reason to look at SPX 500 when it moves during New York session. All right. There's nothing to do right now. Straight up. There's no moves. Nothing. No volatility. There are no moves right now. So again, let's make sure we're actually looking at pairs that move during the session you're in. All right. GN inverted head and shoulders pattern. So GN is a buy because of the bag entry. That's why we're in the buy. But we can look at it to see if there is an inverted head and shoulders. I wouldn't call that an inverted head and shoulders. I'd really call that a W, what we talked about earlier. So I don't see the full inverted head and shoulders just yet. Not just yet. So someone asked you with the fib strategy, along with correlation and candles getting rejected, do you think the stochastic oscillator is good as well? I don't use the stochastic. I don't use anything except for the AIRO software. Now, someone did show me a strategy with it, utilizing the RSI. I'm going to play around with it, but I mean, if you can figure out how to use a stochastic in a way to make money, with AIRO, let me know. I don't use stochastic though. Never really have. Someone wants to see my fib drawing for gold again. All right, guys, to understand how to draw the fibs, make sure to go watch the videos. All right, guys, they're there for a reason. Make sure to watch the videos. All right, we're in an uptrend. All right, we're in an uptrend. You zoom out, we're in an uptrend, which means what? We're going to draw the fib. Oh, we're in a downtrend. So I even drew my fib wrong. We're in a downtrend. I didn't zoom out all the way. So we shouldn't even draw the fib this way because we are in a downtrend. But if we were in an uptrend, you would draw it from previous retrace to current retrace. Retrace is when price is below the moving average in a uptrend, or in a downtrend, which we're in, it's above the moving average. So we are actually wrong with this fib setup. I didn't even read it. I didn't even zoom out all the way. Great catch. They want to see it. Now I understand I wasn't even drawing it properly. So let's close that there. So for me, because we're in a downtrend, I wouldn't draw the fib, because you want to draw a fib. If it's a downtrend, you want this right here. You want the retrace to be into a zone. So with a sell, you want it to be into a support zone. With a buy, I mean for a sell into a support zone, a resistance zone, for a buy into a support zone. So we wouldn't be drawing a fib right now on gold. So someone asked about on Dante's call yesterday. They touched on fractured candles. My thoughts. I don't really have thoughts. Every trader takes on different aspects of trading the forex market. I haven't done too much studying on the fractured candles, so I don't really have any thoughts on it. I'll kind of leave it at that. So on the counter trend trade, I give the exact time frame on when I would take a counter trend trade, and that's between 7 and 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's it. 2 hours after New York Open is 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Too far outside of the window. So no, I would not take a trade then. All right, I got a couple notifications. Let's go take a look. What do we get notifications for? So we got SPX 500, now looking at it, and then GBP NZD. Oh, that was already. So I guess the only notification we got was SPX 500. All right. So we're only down 9 pips right now. Up 1 on GBP JPY, down 10 on GBP NZD. All right. Do I think GN is still a viable trade since it's forming a fractal high? I follow my rules, bag entry. So yes, I think it's still valid. I see why it's forming a fractal high. It's forming a fractal high. Again, someone asked about GN still being a valid trade since it's forming a potential fractal high. And it's forming a fractal high because explaining it never did break through that level of resistance right there, which is the A session. All right, but still bag entry trade. So I still like the trade because it's a bag entry trade. So I'm gonna stick with it. GJ is still trying to push higher. It's at a level of resistance right here as well. We can get a push through that, we're gone. We need to close above this level here, and we should be off to the races with GBP JPY. So we can get GBP JPY to break past close above that level there. We should be off to the races until the next level, which would be right around here. All right. So we need it to close before we can test this level, this next level minor structure. All right. GBP NZD. Everything's starting to try to move back up. GK, everything's trying to move back up. So I still like the trades. If I didn't like them, I'd let you know. I'd be cutting them, but I still like it, so I'm gonna stick with them. And again, guys, I'm just trading and telling you guys what I'm getting into. So if you don't like the trades, you don't have to get into them. If you do like the trades, but you want to get out, hey, get out. Like right now, I could close GBP, JPY, and make money on it. And but I think we're good to the upside. I mean, we haven't had the move when it comes to the it's only moved like 48 pips. So we're about halfway to its ADR. So we still got some room to the upside. We still have some nice significant room to the upside on GBP, JPY. GJ was a good trade because of the Asia session breakout. All right, we're in GJ because of Asia session breakout. We're in GBP NZD because of the bag entry. So someone asked about strategy number 5, as they were confused about it. So let's go try to find some pairs to understand strategy number 5. All right. If you're confused, guys, make sure to watch the videos over and over again. All right. So as we see here, we've already had multiple down, and we're just trending for a long time. Multiple down arrows already, and price is still trending. So by the time we got to this money zone, we might want to go down to the 5-minute time frame to potentially look for what? Another bag entry in a sale, which we don't have. So we don't worry about it. We don't have it, but we stay there just in case we do get it. All right. So what strategy number 5 is doing is it's called multi-time frame strategy. All right. So if I have 2 down arrows in a sell trend before I get to my next money zone, so by the time we're trading now in this money zone, I'm waiting for what? I am waiting for a bounce off of resistance. Well, we're far away because we've just been trending down very heavily. So guess what? I go down to the time frame, to try to find another entry. Here we don't have one. That's fine. We move on. EUR AUD has been trending down. Let's go down to the 5-minute time frame and see what happens. No entry. EUR GBP trending down. 5-minute time frame. No entry. So you're not always gonna have entry. It's just a strategy that gives you the opportunity to do what? To find additional entries. The market will always give you different looks. So you want to be prepared. All right. That's why there are multiple trades. We've entered in a trade tonight, 2 trades with the strategy number 3, and we've entered into 1 trade with strategy number 1. All right. So we'll use multiple strategies to potentially look to do what? Catch some pips. So anybody asks about the pip counter, version 3 will fix that. All right. So just wait for version 3. Version 3 this weekend, guys. All right. We've said that multiple times. This weekend. It's supposed to be his last weekend, but with the upgrade, I didn't want to push out the upgrade to the VPS plus the software upgrade. I didn't want to do it at the same time, just in case there was an issue. All right. So I've talked about it before, guys. Support and resistance levels are areas where price may touch and turn around. So let's go look at it. Let's go look at it. So you can see here, here's a resistance level. We touched here, but we didn't touch here. This is just a area where price may turn around. It may break through it. It may stop and turn around before it touches it. Support and resistance zones are just that. They're zones, they're areas that may or may not be touched. All right. It's not an exact science. Nothing about trading is an exact science. All right. Nothing. All right. So you may touch it, it may not. There's no guarantees. For those who keep asking about AIRO V3, I'm using AIRO V3. So if you want to know what it looks like, my chart is AIRO V3. All right. Wait until the update, guys. Strategy number 1 and agent channel and strategy number 3 should never be confused. They are 2 different strategies. 2 different strategies. Do not confuse the strategies. XRP, we're going to skip that. GBP NZD is not going our way right now. And we already checked the news. Let's go back and look at it. What news we have at right now? So right now we've got, in 48 minutes, we have some Euro news. A lot of Euro news. And then in an hour and 18 minutes, we have some GBP pair news. And ZAR. All right. All green folder. Nothing crazy. Someone asked a good question. What happens if you get a green zone and a red zone close together? That just means price is ranging. It means price is just going sideways. That's all that means. Someone asked me about my long-term position on a certain pair. I don't give long-term positions because I'm a scalper, so I don't look for long-term trades. The longest trades I'll look for would be with the fibs. That's about it. If you send me a message on any platform about FTMO, I'll respond when I get a chance to look at my phone, guys. We are on the charts, so I have not had a chance to look at my phone to answer any questions. So when I get a chance to look at that, we will take a look at that. All right. my take on maximum leverage. So someone asked me, my take on maximum leverage. I always say take max leverage. Whenever you're signing up for a broker, whatever the max leverage is, sign up for it. That is my take on it. Always take max leverage. Someone asked me, did calculus, linear algebra, and differential equations, are they useful for mechanical trade systems in your opinion? I would say differential equations was good, but more or less when I'm setting up my programming. So my computer science degree was more useful than my mathematics degree when it comes to designing the software. I needed the math side when I was programming certain strategies. There were certain equations I needed to code to get the outcomes that I get. And so my computer science degree was more beneficial, but my math degree did come in handy. So it's 2:15 my time. We got another alert. Let's go take a look at it. SPX 500. I'm not touching it. Up 4 pips in GBP JPY. GBP NZD starting to head the right way. It needs to keep moving the right way. All right. One thing you see, guys, it's respecting that trend line. I mean, that moving average. I like to see that. So that's what I was expecting. Bounce off and head on back up. That's what I want to see. Bounce and then head back up. Up 5 pips in GBP JPY, down 20 pips in GBP NZD right now. Still holding. Like I told you guys, hey, we got that break. We need this break above this line right here, and we'll be good to move to the next line. All right. This level of resistance right here. It's a test right here to see what GBP JPY is going to do. This is just minor structure. Remember, these are the major structures here. Every time you see a zone, and then these lines are just minor structure. All right, where price stalls at. You can see here, price got pretty close twice here, rejected, got up here, rejected again. So this is just minor structure inside of major structure. Someone asked about AJ. Are we able to draw a fib for AJ? Let's see here. For me, I wouldn't be drawing any type of fib for AJ. Here's why. Now, for AJ, I would have drew a fib around this time of day, right here. All right. The reason being is you want clear skies. You want clear skies. You don't want any red zones. All right. So when you drill your fib, you draw it like so. All right. You zoom in here. And we're looking for our what? Looking for our setup. And so for me, the first setup is the railroad off of the 50. Railroad actually is more like a engulfing candlestick pattern here. If I zoom in, can I zoom in more without it looking crazy? All right. But as you can see, let me zoom out. Right here, I have a sell candle, and then boom, I have a buy candle right back up, bouncing off of the what? Bouncing off the 50. So for me, I'm putting my buy here. Let's change the color of that. All right, so we have an engulfing candle right here. This candle, the body's even to the bottom and it's above the top. So it engulfs the other candle. They both bounced off of the 50. All right, so what? TP1, well, first of all, stop loss is 5 pips below the 62. All right. All right. This right here is 5 pips below the 62 because we had a rejection off the 50. Therefore, what? Therefore, we want stop loss to be 5 pips below the 62, the next fib level. All right. Your entry is here at 80.157. I can tell you that's a 15 pip stop loss. 15 and a half. All right. So we now zoom out. Take profit 1 is going to be back at the 0 line. So we enter the trade here. Take profit 1 is at a 0 line. It hit that, which is 18 pips. So a nice 1-to-1 ratio. TP2 would be negative 38. It just touched that. That's 35. So you got 1-to-2 ratio. And then our ideal take profit, which we would not have made it because this zone popped up. So we would have exited the trade. But our ideal take profit is the negative 50 because it bounced off the 50, which is 41 pips, almost a 1-to-3 ratio. All right. That's how that works. That's how the fibs work. So I ought to do the fib around this time of day here. It's too late now. All right. And just like I thought, GBP NZD is holding strong at that resistance. I mean, at that the moving average. So I'm hoping we get a nice little push above. Let's go look at GBP and GJ is coming down. I don't like that. Let's go to GJ. Go and push through that level. All right. So we're looking decent. We're just down 26 pips. Now we're only down 1 pip, guys. Someone said earlier, have patience. Have patience. Now we're up 1 pip. Here we go. We're in profit. Overall, up 4 pips on GBP JPY, down 2 on GN. And it is 2 o'clock, guys. So 2 a.m. Central Standard Time, my time. That is officially lending session. Starts at 2. So we started lending session about 22 minutes ago. So typically at 2 a.m., you'll start to see more movement in the market. Sometimes you get movement at the beginning, at midnight. That's why we were able to get that quick, nice little trade we got in early on GBP CAD. All right. So we should get a nice little push here. Now that we're actually in lending session. And now that we actually have that lending session volume, we should be seeing a nice little push up. All right. Let me stop sharing here. Let's go answer some more questions. Yes, support and resistance is the same thing as supply and demand zones. That is correct. Someone asked me if I use a staggered entry. So if price is going backwards, do I enter another trade? And for me, that's hedging. And I don't necessarily do that. No, that's not my style of trading. I like typically one entry. And if I do put 2 entries in or 3 entries, I'll put it there. Every now and then I'll do it, but typically I have to see something to make me want to do it, like a rejection candle, like if price goes the wrong way and it gives me a nice little hammer or whatever the case may be. If I see a certain setup, I might do it, but I have to see something to make me want to do it. Most of the time, I like to enter in 1 or 2 trades at the entry, and then I typically stick with that trade. Up 9 pips overall, up 5 on GJ, up 4 on GN. All right, so if you stay in those trades, guys, we're all the way blue. All the way blue. All right, all the way blue. Should get a nice little push here so we can get us to the promised land. To the promised land. GN, I need a close. We got 6 minutes. I need a close above the Asia session. If I get a close above the Asia session, I'm going to feel really, really good about GN. Just need a close above Asia session. Strong close, not a baby close. So we'll keep a look on that. We're going to answer some more questions for you guys as we get close to the time. How do I determine minor structure? So I talked about that already. For me, the easiest way to determine minor structure would be to, let's see here, like right here. You see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles all clumped together. All right, see that? So let's take our horizontal line, put it right there. All right, and then we're gonna go look left. All right, so the reason why I put it there is because we had 5 candles touching in the same area. We'll bring it down a little bit. 5 candles touching the same area. So I determine minor structure based on the fact that multiple candles are hitting the same level. All right, guys. Hey, we're moving good. We're up 17 pips overall, guys. See that GN finally got his head over the hump. All right. So let's go look left. Let's go look left. We go look left. Turn this off here real quick. Come on, VPS. What are we doing today? My VPS is running slow today, guys. I apologize. I've got the AIRO EA running right now. So I got the AIRO EA running right now, doing some more testing. So I'm stressing out the VPS right now. There we go. GBP NZD moving up good, moving up nicely. We're up 10 pips in GJ, halfway home. So we're moving good. We're moving good, moving good. All right. So I marked that line right there. Now we're going to go look left. We're going to go look left. And look left some more. Pull this over. And look how that white line touches now all these candlesticks here. Look at that. More touches. More touches. More touches. The more times a horizontal line is touched by candlesticks, the stronger that area of support or resistance is. Come on, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. 2 touches right there. Look at that wick. Wicked off of it. These got pretty close to touching it. So I hope you can see here. This is how I determine minor and major structure. Major structure, I'll let the software does it. The zones will pop up at major structure area. And there goes the VPS. We'll stop sharing that. If you're in these trades, guys, they're moving nicely. They're moving nicely. moving nicely. We're up 8 pips on GN, and we're up 9 pips right now on GJ. This weekend's upgrade. So this weekend, I have made a couple changes to the software. One change is I've moved the pip counter to the left-hand side, as you guys can see. Number 2, I have optimized the software so that it's going to run more efficiently on the chart, so that you guys have better experience with the VPS. All right. We're halfway home with GJ, and we're up 8 pips on GN. So we are moving in the right direction right now. Actually, we're both halfway home, moving up, moving on up 22 pips overall. So if you're in these trades, Merry Christmas. We're gonna let these play out. Let these play out here, guys. Let these play out. There it is. I like that move. That was a nice little move. Come on, G. Come on, GN. GN 6 pips away. GJ. Let's go look at GJ. GJ, we made it past the second line. Now remember, I told you guys this next line right here will be the next test for GJ. As you see here, based on minor structure rules. All right. This will be the next test. So if it stalls, it's gonna stall right here. But we're just about there. GN, we're up 15 pips, 5 pips away. We're 7 pips away from GJ. So GN 15 pips, guess what? You know what that means, guys? GN 16 pips. I'm going to move my stop loss into profit. Boom, right there. I'm 2.5 pips into profit on GN. GJ hit 15 pips, so I'm going to go to GJ and do the same thing. Put my take profit into, put my stop loss and take profit, and take profit at least 1 to 2 pips. I now have 2 free trades. I don't, now I'm 3-0. I'm 3-0 for the day, and now it's just a matter of how many pips do I actually catch. All right, I put both in the profit 2 pips, so I am good. I've got my take profit in the profit on both of them. They hit a little minor structure area and starting to reverse on me. We're up 13 up 14 on GJ. GN took a nice little dip. We're at 9, up 10. So I got my stop losses in profit. Protect yourself. Never go broke taking profit, guys. Never go broke taking profit. And I feel pretty good. We should hit TP on both of these. If you didn't put your stop loss in and take profit, that's fine. It's your prerogative. I do so to protect myself, especially when you're up at least 15 plus pips. All right, because we're 5 pips away. Protect yourself. We're coming back down. That's fine. We come back down and hit the stop loss. We hit it in profit, and I'm okay with that because I don't lose any money. Don't lose any money, but we should be pretty good. We should be good to go. Should be good to go. Go on, push. Go on, push. Push for us. Let's go and end this night right. 3-0. Let's end the night right. And I think they were either 3-0 yesterday on New York session. So, hey, we're going to get it tonight as well. We should be able to get that. Actually, we are 3-0. We're 3-0 for the night. We got our take profit and our stop loss and take profit. So we're 3-0 for the night. Yes, congratulations on being patient. Man, I tell you, I hate being patient. It's tough. But patience discipline are two of the biggest reasons why most traders do not win often. It's why they're not consistent at winning, because they do not have the patience. They do not practice the discipline. You know, for me, I try to practice the most, especially with you guys on the call. Wish you guys were always on the calls when I was trading, because guess what? I would be a lot more patient, and I would be a lot more disciplined, with you guys on the call than if it's just me. When it's just me, man, I think about being in Vegas, got those dice. Yes, we already moved the stop loss, for those who are asking. Taking a little dip right now, that's fine. What days do you do during this week? So for me, guys, I trade, my sessions are Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, Friday morning. So Wednesday, London, Thursday, London session tonight, and then tomorrow we'll do Friday, London session. Those are the days that I trade. And then you have the 3 New York sessions, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So typically it goes New York session on Tuesday morning, and then Wednesday morning is me. New York session, me again, London session, another New York session, me again, London session. So that's a total of 18 hours. And, I'm looking to get more traders on board so that we can do what? We can add more value to you guys. I'm looking to add TP. I don't give exact TPs out. I'm not allowed to give those information out because of the, that is financial advice. So I have a 20 pip take profit on both GN and a 20 pip take profit on GJ. So some people are pipping and dipping. Right now we're up 14 on GJ, 10 on GN. So if you want to pip and dip, you want to take your profits and run, hey, go ahead and do so. Go ahead and do so. You can't go broke taking profit. That's the new slogan, guys. The new slogan, you can't go broke taking profit. All right. The New York Zoom link will be dropped into the channel, just like this link was dropped into the channel. So just wait for the link to be dropped into the channel, guys. All right, moving nicely. Based off the fib. Let's go look at the chart real quick, see how we're doing. It's just kind of floating around. Up 13 and 13, 15 and 14. We should get a nice little push. There we go. There we go. Come on, baby, push. Give us one good push. Take us out of our misery. We want to be done. Come on. Let's go look at some other questions real quick. So partial take profit, all right? So you can't do partial take profit, I don't believe, from your computer, but on your phone, when you go to close the trade out, on your phone, if you change the lot size, it will close out. So for example, if you have a 0, like I have a 0.50 on my GBP NZD trade, if I go to my phone and I go to close the trade out and I change the lot size to 0.25, then it will close out half of my trade and leave the other half running. Someone said you can also do it from your PC. I've never done it from my PC, so I'd have to play around with that. So David says you can just click on the lot size and then close that out. You can change it to close it out. Someone else says they use Magic Keys, which is another app. All right. So let's go look at it. Let's see if we can do it. Share. Let's go share our screen. Up 28 pips. Come on, baby. Let's go. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to do it from my computer, guys. I'll play around with that. We can go over that another day. It's just the way, though, if you want to, close half of your position. So if you have a 0.5 position on, you can close half of it out at a certain point and then let the other half run. That's how you close that out. Someone asked me if I've ever had an issue where I have my broker won't let me close out a take profit or stop loss. I haven't had that, so I apologize. I've never experienced that where I couldn't close anything out. So we're at 17 and 15, 32 pips, guys. We're getting pretty close. We're getting pretty close. Getting pretty close. Take profit on GN. GN just about hit TP. 19 pip, 18 pip, 19. Come on, GN. 17. GJ right here at the end of the call. That's why I like to see it. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. 21 GN. We're out. GN's hit take profits. Go see GJ. GJ, we're at 17. Oh, yeah, it's making it past that minor structure. 18 pips. Keep pushing, GJ. Keep pushing. We almost done with GJ. $19 pips. Come on, one more little push. We just need a little push for GJ. Push. Come on, baby, push. So I see you guys. I hope you guys see why I am picky with trades. For the new year so far, we're now 6-0. So we've been on. This is the second week that we've been on. We started back last week. We had one day. Matter of fact, the last time we took trades was last Wednesday. So the Thursday London session. We didn't take any on Wednesday. On Tuesday, and we didn't take anything on Thursday. So it's funny that we're same day again. We take 3 trades and we win 3 trades. Thursday London session is a good day to trade because it's typically the reversal day. So you typically see some very good volatility in the market, on this day. So this is, look like it's going to be our day. Come on, baby, push, 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 push. Hey, so today we just went 3-0. If you caught all 3 trades, throw some in the chat. We went 3-0 today. Everything hit 20 pips. I personally closed out a trade, but hey, if you caught some trades today, throw some in the group. So I like to see it there. So I hope you guys learned something. Again, it's okay to be picky. It's okay to not take trades. You don't have to always trade. And the whole goal is catch trades when you can catch them, the high probability trades, and then guess what? Skip the ones that aren't high probability. Then the next day, you do the same thing over again. You want to take the trades that are high probability. The day after that, you don't. So it all depends. Every day is not a trade day. Sometimes you may wake up at the wrong time. Do not force a trade. Sometimes you may wake up early. Don't force a trade. Wait, let the market come to you. Wait for the setup. All right. Wait for the setup because you see it when it hits, it hits. So Chris, he said it right. He gets it. When it hits, it hits. So hey, go blow up the chat, guys. The AIRO bag chat. Show your profits. Go ahead, everybody. Put a screenshot into the group of your profits. Let everybody know that was sleep that didn't get on this call. Let them know what you guys did on this call, what kind of money they missed out on, and maybe they'll decide to wake up next time. Hopefully, you guys do the same thing with New York session. But yeah, go blow the chat up, guys. Put them screenshots in the group. Let everybody know what they missed out on. Let me try to answer some more questions. We got about 17 minutes left here. I don't use trailing stop. So I couldn't tell you how to use that. I don't use it at all. Exactly. Somebody said, push. Now we know exactly what it was like when your daughter was born. You're right. I definitely was telling to push. Hey, you missed one, that's fine. You got the other two. So hey, as long as you make some money, as long as you learn something, that's all that matters. That's the whole goal, is to make sure that you guys earn and learn. We're not just here to give you guys trades and fill your pockets up. We want you guys to be able to learn why your pockets are filling up at the same time. Because if that happens, I can go on vacation and you can still keep making money. I love to wake up in the morning and see that traders stayed up late at night, at least late at night where I'm at, continued to trade, made money with no live sessions. All right. That is the best thing that I can wake up to, is to wake up and see you guys posting results and there was no live sessions. That tells me that those individuals have taken their time to study and study and study. And guys, that's what you want to do. You want to make sure you study. You want to make sure you study. You want to make sure you get on these live calls, ask questions, and get the answers. That way, guess what? If I go on vacation, if let's say we have the website is down for a day, you can still trade and make money. All right. The GJ strategy we used was the Asia session breakout. So strategy 3. So go back and watch the strategy 3 video. That's the strategy video strategy we actually used for the GJ trade. All right. All right, guys. Hey, so I need a bunch of more testimonials. I need people to help me out with video testimonials. So if you are willing to make a short 1 minute, 2 minute video testimonial of what AIRO has been able to do for you, please DM me on Telegram or Instagram at Nate Got the Bag. And I will give you some directions on how to do so. But I need people to help me out. We want to make a video for the company with some individuals that are giving some of the testimonials. All right. So if you're willing to make a video testimonial, please hit me up on Telegram or Instagram, and I definitely would pretty much appreciate that. All right. Somebody asked me, do I think GN can reach the next zone? Let's go look at it. Can GN reach the next zone? I don't know, but that GJ is taking off. Woo! GJ is taking off. GN, it might reach the next zone. I'm surprised. GJ's taking off, so I'm surprised GN isn't right behind it. GU is moving nicely. GCAD, back to where that TP at. G Chef, rejecting. That GJ taking off though. Man, guys, hey, on the little baby account, all the money I lost on the XRP, I was able to make it back. Oh man, hey, I like rocking with you guys, man. I made all my money back from that Ripple trade I lost. Made all that money back when I didn't set my stop loss. Made it all back. So I need to sit down and trade more often like this. Maybe I'll stay on a lot longer. We can catch some more trades because I definitely need it. I'm not. I have more fun and I make more money when I trade with you guys than I do myself sometimes, which is interesting. Very interesting. Shouldn't it be the other way around? So real quick to rehash, we caught the bag entry trade on GBP NZD for 20 pips, bounce, arrow, go. We caught GBP CAD with the breakout of Asia session in the buy trend. And then on GBP JPY, we caught the Asia session breakout as well in the buy trade. All right. Those, so strategy number 1 and strategy number 3. All right. Those are the 2 strategies that we use. I hope you now understand why there are so many different strategies. As you can see here, there was no clear bag entry trade. So if all there was strategy number 1, we would not take a lot of trades. But because there are more strategies, you can do what? You can make money using other strategies. So there are 2 strategies. If I were you, I'd recommend finding 2 to 3 strategies and master those. That way you have an arsenal of strategies to use on the markets. You don't have to master all 10 strategies, but if you master 2 to 3, you have enough strategies to catch pips. Tonight we caught 60 pips. We caught 60 pips tonight with 2 strategies. Strategy 1, strategy 3. All right. We could have, if we were on a little earlier on GBP NZD, we could have caught strategy. We could have used strategy number, another strategy, strategy number 7, and caught pips off the W. All right. But we used 2 strategies. All right. And tomorrow we might use 2 new strategies. Who knows? All depends on what you see, what the market gives you. You want to be able to utilize the strategies to be able to make trades. All right. That's the whole goal. Matter of fact, if you look at it here, strategy number 7, even with the look at that. Beautiful setup. Nice little wedge. Descending wedge. All right. Got a breakout here. Could have gotten this trade right here on the wedge. And it ran up 48 pips. We got our 20. All right. A lot of things we got. I didn't even see that. Didn't even see it. Beautiful setup. So the more strategies you use and you master, the more strategies your eyes get used to seeing, all right, guess what? The more opportunity you have to make and catch these pips, all right? Catch these pips. Get to the point where you're consistently catching pips every day, and you can do what? You can change your life financially. Somebody said they made 8% today. Somebody made 20%. Somebody made more money. They told me they made more money today on those 3 trades than they did make trading, working for 2 days. That's the goal, guys. Forex can be a potential opportunity for you to change your financial situation, whether it be to just put additional money in your pocket that you can use part-time, replace your job, whatever it is you want. All right. Whatever you decide to take it serious. If you take it serious enough, you can become a full-time trader. All right. If you don't want to be a full-time trader, you just want to trade part-time, you can trade part-time. I mean, I look at the amount of money I made tonight. I made enough money tonight so that what? I made enough money tonight that I can pay my subscription. So now I can make money to pay my subscription for next month. You want to start making $100 USD per? Great. Build your account up to that so that you can do so. Build your account up so you can do so. Beautiful. Hey, keep on adding to that account. Don't be like me and not put a stop loss on like I did, but keep building the account up. Keep building it up. Practice the patience. I hate patience, man. I'm telling you, I'm working on it. You guys help me out. I gotta practice what I preach in front of you guys. And I can tell you, man, it be eating away at me inside. Man, we got 7 minutes here, guys. We went 3-0. I'm just gonna go ahead and vibe out. We're gonna vibe out, guys, for the last 7 minutes. If you got any questions, put them in the Q&A, And I'm just going to go ahead and vibe out and answer these questions for you guys. All right. right, guys. Hey, it's 3 a.m. If you're gonna continue to trade, make sure you trade responsibly. And I'll see you guys in the funny papers.